WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, we've got Elizabeth Fines-Workman. Elizabeth is director at Lincoln Land College in Taylorville. Elizabeth, good morning to you. How are you?
Grayson, better now that I'm here with you. How are you?
I am doing well. I appreciate that. And Monday morning it's treating me pretty poorly here today. I don't know what it is. I think it was the cold.
Get you every time.
The fact that I didn't want to get out of bed. We're dragging here today. So we're gonna pep ourselves up a little bit here with this interview today. And I leave that to you for the bulk of that. But this fall semester is almost up for Lincoln Land Community College. Matter of fact, I believe it is up for you guys.
This is our finals exams week. So we have some students that's still coming in taking finals. I'm sure they would like it to be over.
It's just about over for them here. But what were some of those end of the semester activities that you brought for students just to kind of keep finals week as lax as possible?
Right. So I just loaded all the students up with sugar, essentially, Grayson. I had a sundae bar. So, just like ice cream sundae. We have this like pump that's like for nacho cheese, which was a solid investment. But instead, I put hot fudge in it. And that was everyone loved it. So we did that. And then we also had like a hot cocoa bar. So we had, hot chocolate, and then we had like cookies and things like that students could have. So it went over pretty well. It's hit or miss with those things. Like one time we had nacho bar and they didn't like that, which is odd to me, but everybody has their thing. But yeah, students I got really good feedback on these two. So those are two of the end of the year events that we did, or semester rather. And then we also, showed everybody what was in the box, which in fact, Grayson, was a candy cane.
Yeah, Grayson did not know or have any idea. I was trying, and I remember, the second I saw you today, I was like, oh yeah, what was in that box? Like, I don't know. I can't rember. Candy canes. And you mentioned that either you love them or you hate them. What side of the aisle do you fall on?
I hate candy canes. Yeah. I hate how they're packaged. I hate how I don't know how to open it. I always just, crunch it in the middle, and then what's the point? What about you, Grayson?
I hate them. I don't like them. I don't like much of anything peppermint. Like people love York peppermint patties.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand them.
See, my grandma Pat and I she always loved York peppermint patties, and we kind of had a thing with those. And so I don't know if I actually like them or if I just like the sentimental value to it, right? But I do hate a peppermint stick. So
it's a peppermint stick that gets me. And also you mentioned how do you eat it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like, how do you eat it? Because it's a shepherd's hook almost, and you're like, I don't know. It's a strange deal, but I'm not a big candy cane guy myself, but I do like sundaes and hot cocoa.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why the nachos didn't go very well, but that might be a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
Because to me, a nacho bar sounds fantastic right now. But for you, this kind of reminds me of like why having somebody who you want to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
And so that generates a lot of the desire to also be a part of those things too. And you're helping these kids set up their classes. You are from the top down, you are doing a good bulk of all of these things. So the sundae bar and the hot cocoa bar, you got them loaded up on sugar. Anything else into semester activities though that you can think of?
No, right now, I think students are probably ready for a break. So I don't push it too much. I have them come. It was really awesome, Grayson, because all the students gathered in the student lounge whenever we did this, and they actually conversed with each other and with us and the rest of the staff. And I really love that bonding between students and us. I don't want students to come into Lincoln Land Taylorville and think that I'm unapproachable or my staff is. So I think this is a really good way to keep everybody in the loop and close.
Well, I might be biased, but if you are unapproachable, then there probably is a true problem with that other human being. I'm not even really trying to be horribly funny or anything, but there's probably something wrong with that person.
Well, I appreciate that, Grayson.
For you, the one other thing I was thinking about, I think you invited some 8th graders for a visit day.
Yeah, that's going to be in the in February.
In February, yep. Okay.
Yeah, so we're prepping for that.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss that. I was wondering how that went, if it had gone over, but
yes,
it has not gone over. So we will stop that conversation there. We'll pick that back up at another time. For you, stepping into this role, first semester of things. Now, you've been with Lincoln Land Community College. You know Lincoln Land Community College. You know this area, but now you stepped into a new role. So you're doing it kind of all over again in a different way. I'm just wondering for you, how you feel about how this semester has been for you and your students.
Yeah, so I think that it has been a wild ride for me, right? Going from just teaching students to advising them, running Lincoln Land Taylorville. It's been a fun ride, though. I really get a lot of accomplishment out of seeing students, in my classroom, right? Succeed in the classroom. But I also think that it's great. It fills my cup, if you will, more now that I can see them, going through the whole college experience, right? So not only when they left my classroom, Grace, in public speaking, they were like, peace out. I never want to see you again, probably. But now I get to see them with their like full journey. And I think that that's so rewarding for me.
It's got to be. And that's what I was getting at. I mean, you are there with them from the start till the end. I mean, it is interesting that this new role has kind of provided you that. And I have to imagine that that is a good feeling for you in terms of, you were eyeing that corner office, and we love Dee, and Dee did a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like now you are more set? Do you feel like you are more settled, or do you still think, hey, I mean, every day is different. So I don't know if I should answer that question.
Yeah, every day definitely is different, Grace. And that's one of the reasons I like this job so much, right? It's not stagnant. Like, you're always doing something new, which I really do like. Do I have it all figured out yet? Absolutely not. Right. Will I ever? It remains to be seen. Right. Dee did this job for, I think, like 30 years. So she had it down pat. Right. And I still have some big shoes to fill there. But as for me, I think I am getting the hang of it, Grayson. So yeah, it's everything's new, everything's different every day. And I love that, but I'm still learning. And I think that that's important as a director, as anybody, that you're always learning, right? So that's a big thing I try to live by.
Well, it certainly should be the thing you strive for, is to learn every day.
Yes.
Now, do we do it all the time? Maybe not, but myself included in that, by the way. But for you to be happy with your first semester, that makes me happy.
Yes.
And I think that makes, obviously, it just trickles down. It's like, I hate to be, a Ronald Reagan here, but like it does, it trickles down a little bit. When it starts at the top, it does, in this sense, your energy, people can feed off that. And then, so your staff can then, it helps.
Yes.
You are a piece of that machine,
Well,
no doubt about it. So proud would be an understatement almost, for Elizabeth Fines Workman, director of Lincoln Land Community College here in Taylorville. Okay, so let's say this fall semester went swimmingly, and we're so excited to maybe come back in the spring. Is spring registration still open?
Yep. So the last day to add classes is January 14th. So students, I still have students, Grayson, coming in right now and registering for classes. I will say that, the longer you wait, the less classes are available. But we still have plenty of classes that are available at Lincoln Land Taylorville. So come on in and make an appointment, or you can get on Logger Central, you can do it yourself. So whatever, but they can still register.
Up until January 14th.
Yep.
Okay. So January 14th seems like forever away, but in a month's time, it will absolutely fly.
I know.
So there will be no doubt about that there. In terms of spring registration, is that something where, is it truly everybody comes to be advised by Elizabeth Fines Workman, or is there some other folks that are helping you out in this regard?
There's a lot of other folks.
Okay.
Yes. Now, so in Taylorville, I am responsible for all those folks. So yes, those are my students, right? So everyone pretty much that attends Lincoln Land Taylorville, unless they're like a few different majors, I will see them, right? But main campus has a bunch of Elizabeths up there that they take care of the folks on main campus. So
I don't know. There's one Elizabeth, and she is sitting here with us here today for our WTIM morning show. But okay, I just wanted to make sure, because like before I go say, Elizabeth, she is doing all the advising. I don't want to put something out there that's maybe not true for you. There's one other thing I want to touch on before we go to break here, Elizabeth. A new free little library. Okay, I'm wondering what's going on with the new free little library. Is it for the community? Is it for Lincoln Land Community College students? What can you tell me there?
Grayson, I am absolutely jazzed about this.
Glad.
I am talking jazzed. So essentially, we were contacted by the Free Little Library, and they asked us if they could donate a free little library to Lincoln Land Community College. It's for the community. It's for Lincoln Land students. It's for whomever wants to come out. It's not been installed yet, but I am meeting with the person today. So hopefully we will be able to do that. It will be right outside of like the drive, right when you walk up to Lincoln Land. It'll be right on if you're walking up the right-hand side of the door. So yeah, I'm super jazzed for this. I'm on the Assumption Public Library Board. I love to read. I love whenever I travel, I go to these free little libraries. I mean, I think it is such a great thing for the community and for the students. A lot of my students say that they want to read for fun, but they don't know what books to read. And here's the deal, Grayson, I have a plethora of books. So I'm going to just fill it, with things that I read and hope that they think they're interesting. Right. And then anybody from the community, can donate books as well. So yeah, I'm super jazzed about this.
Okay. So it's kind of like people will put them outside of their homes and they'll throw like 8 books in there and they're just hoping that somebody will bring a book back. And it's kind of that same deal, basically.
Yep, exactly. And it doesn't have to be books. You can put other things in there too. Like, I don't know, if you want to put like a cup or a sweater or, whatever feels right. I'm going to try and stick to books, but every once in a while, a little sticker in there would be kind of fun, I think.
I was going to say, and then you can almost treat it. Maybe you could hide, what are they, what's that? Geocaching.
Yeah,
maybe you could hide a geocache on there or something.
There you go.
Maybe you could do something with that. I don't know.
Options are endless.
But that does sound like something that Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville could have. And now that we're bringing it, to me, it's kind of like you're looking to be involved in the community. This is just one small way of doing it. Is this something that somebody's helping you put together and kind of bring about, or is that something that you're kind of leading the charge on?
The free library? No. So essentially, the free little library, they asked if we could do this, and I was like, absolutely, we can do this. I had to ask my boss, I'll be honest, but she approved it. And yeah, so I'm kind of taking the charge on it from this point forward. Once it's installed, it's kind of on me and my staff. They're gonna love that. To put books in it and check it out. Make sure, what if someone comes and takes all 8 of the books? Like, we need more books, right? Yeah. So it'll be on me to kind of regulate it, but I'm totally okay with that.
Okay, so we can add free little librarian to your title on top of things. Well, we are joined right now by Director Elizabeth Fines Workman of Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. We'll come back with her and we'll touch more on what's going on and how they plan to be involved in the local community and what else they've got coming in the new year. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
WTIM.
WTIM.
I'm Nicole Patrick with Country Financial in Taylorville, where we make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, car, or more, I take time to understand your specific insurance needs and explain what options work best for you. Call me, Nicole Patrick, at 217-287-2332 to get a quote or book an appointment today.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Whether you need a same-day procedure or life-saving care in an emergency, Taylorville Memorial Hospital has the technology and the team to deliver exceptional care. It's where great care comes together. Learn more at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
With over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming weekdays and 2 hours on Saturdays, WTIM AM, FM, and online is your ag information station. Listen by tuning in on air or online and listen to WTIM Ag podcasts anytime.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. We're back around with Elizabeth Fines Workman, director at Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. We talked a little bit about the free little library that's coming in the next year. We also talked about spring registration and the fact that it's open until January 14th. Also that they have a Sunday bar and hot cocoa bar, and apparently nachos aren't as popular. The next thing we do want to talk about, though, is what other ways do you plan to connect with the local community? That was a big thing for you coming into this. What else are you thinking right now?
Yeah, so we have a big business meeting coming up in the spring, so that I'll be able to meet with more local businesses. Hopefully they attend and just talk about what Lincoln Land can do for the community, what they can maybe partner with us to do through either classes, education, those sorts of things. We're going to be hosting another business after hours at Lincoln Land Taylorville in October. So I have been attending, I would say, most of the business after hours with the Chamber of Commerce here in Taylorville. The CEO program in Taylorville, it is actually partnered with Lincoln Land, so students get dual credit for that class. And Neil and I have spoken. I'm going to go and give some speeches to that class about my job, plural form, right? And different things like that. I've also been trying to really get in with the trades folks. So like E.L. Pruitt and I have been in, because they have a new facility here in Taylorville. So I've been trying to get more doors open through trades. I'll be honest with you, I don't know that much about the trades. And when I don't know something, like, I want to find out and learn, right? So I'm trying to figure out those things so that I can come to the table with some knowledge, if that makes sense.
It helps, I guess, in terms of talking the language type of deal. But I don't think anybody's going to leave you to fend for yourself.
They
basically
have not. They've been wonderful. Everybody's been wonderful. But I do always lead with, I do not know this language. I am ignorant to the subject. But
that is a good way to lead.
Yes.
In terms of you set the playing field and an acknowledgement of the fact that, hey, I'm here to learn a little bit as well.
Absolutely.
As we talked about earlier. So plenty of ways to connect with the local community. We'll figure more of those out, but I'm sure talking to that CEO class and being a part of the school system with Neil, especially, the guy is a hard worker too.
Yes, he is very much so.
So I kind of touched on this earlier, maybe that February event for fourth graders.
So we have one for, you're not wrong though. We have one for fourth graders and we have one for eighth graders, right? So maybe I was wrong. February is fourth graders. March is eighth graders.
Okay.
So in February, we are going to host the fourth graders in Taylorville. And essentially what we're going to do there is career exploration, right? So we are going to have different folks from main campus come down, folks from our campus talk. We're going to talk about different myths of college. We're going to show them some different careers that they can have, and basically just an overall career exploration. I think it'll be great for the students.
Okay. Elizabeth, we're out of time, but thank you for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you, Grayson.
Elizabeth Fines Workman, director at Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. Find out more information on them at llcc.edu/Taylorville. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5